Happy Saturday, and I am so sorry for being late. I had some challenges with my computer. I had to make sure that I had it charged up, so I am here. Hello, 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 everybody. I'm going to introduce myself. First of all, if you're live, welcome. Drop in the comments. Let me know where you are from. And if you just so happen to catch this video on replay, please hashtag replay. But if you see the little red light on, you know you're on the live video. And let me introduce myself to you guys. I am Debbie Pitts Palmer, and some of you guys know me as DPP. I have been a Scentsy consultant for 15 years. I am a superstar director, and my team name is Teen Traveling Scents. I am a mom. I have 2 kids. My son is 45 years old. My daughter is 24 years old. Now, my son is a retired military, medically retired airman. My son actually had a total of 7 brain surgeries. My daughter, who's 24 years old, is currently in dental school. She's trying to become a dentist. She'll be like a year and 4 months becoming a dentist. I'm also a caregiver. I take care of my mom, my brother, he's autistic, and my nephew is autistic. When I joined Scentsy, guys, I worked a full-time job. I said all that to say, because I want you guys to see what's on my plate. That's why I shared all that. Okay, a little bit about where I'm coming from with these fragrance files. I'm going to tell you guys, first of all, things are different. Times are different. And when we're faced with different things, we have to shift. We have to pivot. So I have seen a lot of things in my Scentsy journey. I've seen ups and downs. I've seen peaks and valleys. And that's normal. That's way normal. I sold insurance for 37 years. That's a whole nother story. I was forced out of that. But I'm a full-time Scentsy consultant. I'm so grateful. But I've seen a lot of this and a lot of that. And that's in any business. It doesn't matter what it is. We just have to adjust to that. So I do remember when I first started Scentsy, we sold wax, we sold warmers, we sold travel tins, we had room sprays, we had scent circles. They were called car kits at that time. No, not car kits. They were called car scents. So that's all we had. Very simple. So what I did, I was brand new to Scentsy, to the product, because I had never heard of Scentsy when I joined. One of my friends gave me a warmer, and that's what really brought me into the business. So I took that warmer and that wax bar and I shared it everywhere. I just had, I want to say 2 products because you can't use one without the other. So I focused on that one product. At the time, we did have the large warmer. They called it full size back then. And we had the mini warmers. They were called plug-ins back then. But I didn't focus on the plug-ins or the mini warmers. I only focused on the large warmer. And the reason why is because my sponsor told me to do that. She said people would get a better experience with the large warmer. And she was right. And I knew that my warmer, I still tell that story about how that warmer will fill 3 rooms in my house. So she said, go with that one. It's going to give people the better experience. It's going to create more loyal customers than them buying just the small one. She was so right, because within 30 days, I sold over $3,000 in products, and I was a brand new consultant. My friend hosted a party. The party was like $1,100 party. She was spot on with that. So I was tunnel vision on that one product. I gave it my all with that one product. Well, later on, Scentsy came out with, kept releasing and adding more things. And I'm grateful. We should all be grateful because we have so many options. Thank God for the options. Yes. Thank God for those options. So, but in this climate, things have changed. So you hear people talking about the struggle financially. You hear that? We've all heard it. And it sometimes can become deflating. It can. as a consultant, because you're hearing all the no's, like I can't afford this and all the things. Even with, and I keep hearing people say, well, I get team members, but they won't do anything and all the things. Okay, I've heard all of that. I have a solution, guys. Yes, I have a solution. Yes. Now, in anything I do, I learn to pivot always. I remember back in 2020 when the doors were shut down on everything, and I was like freaking out, like, because all I worked were events. That's all I did. I didn't do parties. All I did was work events. So when the doors shut down, I was freaking out. So what do you do when the doors shut down on any situation? You pivot. You learn new things because there are lots of things that I had not done before. So I went to YouTube. YouTube is our best friend. I went to YouTube to teach myself how to do new things. Now, when I joined Scentsy, I went to YouTube also because my sponsor was new. So I went back to YouTube again to figure out how to deal with what was going on in 2020. How am I going to reach people to get them to party and to get them to join? So I came up with 30-some new ways to work my business. And guess what, guys? It was the biggest year I had ever had. I recruited 99 people and my PRV was off the chain because I pivot. So once again, we're going to pivot again. Those things, those times have changed. We can't even do what we did then now. Things are steadily changing. So you don't stay there. You shift. Now, I can't remember what year since he came out with those fragrance flowers. I don't remember. I think one of my friends said 2016, 2016, I think. Well, here we are, 2025. I've always loved the fragrance flowers. I've always loved them. They're my favorite. Next to the warmers. I got a lot of favorites. Let's go there. I have a lot of favorites. But anyway, let me tell you, back in September, I'm going to tell you guys how I came up with this so you'll know where I'm going. Follow me. And sometimes I can be a little squirrel, and I got some notes written down, so I make sure even if I don't have it in order, I want to make sure I touch on these because I want you guys to get in here. I want you to get it because if you follow these tips, I promise you, you will not be where you are now. You will be beyond where you are. If you follow me, stay with me, okay? Okay. So I met this young lady at a place bank. I met her like maybe a year and a half ago. And when I went inside, she asked me what was Scentsy, and I told her what it was. She never heard of it. We connected on social media. She followed me for about a year. So one day I made a post and said, raise your hand if you want to become a consultant, whatever I said, because I say a lot of stuff and I forget. So whatever I said, she raised her hand and said she wanted to, and she joined. But she had some hesitations before she joined. She said, I don't know if I'll be successful at this. People second guess themselves even before they start. I'm used to hearing that. So I have a comeback for that. So when people say that, I totally get it. I was apprehensive myself, but we're going to get through this together. So when you have a solution for them, like, oh, I totally get that. I can relate to that, but it's going to be okay. So I made her feel that it was okay. And I think she said something about her age. I think she said, well, I think I'm too old. I said, girl, I'm 62 years old. Like, no, we can do this. So we got past that. So she joined. So when she joined, she asked me, she said, do you have anything that I could show at work because payday is Friday? So I carried her a warmer and I carried her a fragrance flower that had no oil in it because that's all I had. That's all I had here at the time. So I carried that to her, and I remember her reporting back to me saying that she didn't get any orders. I said, stay encouraged. I said, sometimes people don't buy right away. First of all, they don't know what Scentsy is, just like you didn't know. We're going to have to help them know what Scentsy is. We got to educate. So just because somebody don't buy, it's because they don't know what they're saying no to. We got to do a better job presenting it to them. And this is what I told her. I said, anybody who's potentially looking to buy, put them on the phone with me on a 3-way so I can talk to them on your behalf and tell them more about Scentsy. So that's what she did. She put them on the phone and I helped close the deals with her. Well, she listened to me. And after she listened to me, she was able to carry it on. Now, one day she called me and told me, you know, with the shooting star. She hit shooting star in less than 15 days. She hit sensational start level 3 in less than 70 days. She also promoted to star consultant. She also received level 1 of the incentive trip. This lady sold 300 fragrance flowers in 60 days. Let me repeat that. She sold 300 fragrance flowers as a brand new consultant in 60 days. I'm going to tell you how she did that, guys. She focused on it. You get what you focus on. Just like me, I focus on the wax and warmers. When I joined, I focused on one thing. She focused on one thing, and that was the fragrance flower. Yes, the fragrance flower. I'm telling you guys, and this is why I told her to go with that. Because number one, people cannot buy it at the store. In a pinch, they cannot. They have to buy them from us. They're handmade. They last over 60 days. And they're cute. And you can color it. You can do all the things. And they're affordable. I don't know of many people who's going to say no to that. I even told her, I said, look, this is a personal special, but as long as you're talking to people face to face, you can do this. So our shipping cost is $10. I said, if you get 5 people to buy the fragrance flower, you can tell each one of them that the fragrance flower is $22. In Alabama, where we live, the fragrance flower is $18, and the tax was $18 for everybody in the United States. I'm sorry, region 1. But the sales tax is 10% where we live. So I told her, when you add the sales tax to the flower, and if you get 5 people to commit, that's $2 of shipping. So you can tell each one of them that the fragrance flower is $22. Right. Now, I don't know how she did that part, but I broke it down and explained to her just in case somebody has something to say about shipping. But those items have to come to one address. They come to her so she can deliver them. Okay. She was able to book parties with that same concept. She was able to she's got a total, I think, 4 new team members with that same concept. You see where I'm going, guys? This is a brand new consultant who did that. Now, she's not the only one. Another one of my team members, she's somebody I've known for years. We went to high school together. And I hope she's on this video because I texted her and told her I was going to go live. I said, I'm going to explain the story. My friend, she had, let me see. My friend had a stroke. I can't remember how long ago it's been. And it was a pretty massive stroke because she can no longer drive. Let me go back to tell you how busy she was. When I joined Scentsy, she was selling jewelry for another multi-level marketing company. That company went out of business. And she was great at what she did. She worked a lot of events. And she also baked cakes. And she was well known for being very personable. I mean, she just outgoing. That's the kind of person she was. So when she got sick and had the stroke, she couldn't do any of that stuff anymore. So one day, I got a message from somebody saying that Sandra's her name, wanted to become a Scentsy consultant. I didn't know the details of her illness. I had no idea I saw pictures of it, but I didn't know how severe. So when she called me to join, I listened to her speech. It was different. Some of the things that impacted her from the stroke, it impacted her speech. It impacted her vision. It impacted her ability to drive. She cannot drive. She has to have some assistance with walking and sometimes dressing. So when she joined, it took her longer than it normally takes people to hit the join button. It took her a little longer. She even told me that she had some challenges with her hand. So it took her longer than most people. So to be honest, I really didn't know how far her business would go. But let me tell you what's so inspiring about why she joined. She joined because she said she wanted to have something that's hers that she could connect with people. Can you imagine being in the house all the time and you can't get out when you want to? You can't move like you want to, like you used to. That could be pretty deflating. So she joined for the community. So when I started talking about these fragrance flower, I'm going to tell you guys, pretty amazing. I told her about collecting $22 from people to buy that flower. That's what she did. We're talking about somebody that really can't work social media because of her limitations. When she joined Scentsy, I went to her house to go live with her. And of course, a lot of people were liking the video and saying things, but no orders. No orders. She decided to pivot on her own. Now, I didn't tell her to. We're talking about somebody that's new, and we're talking about somebody with a disability. She decided to pivot. All I know is that every Sunday, she was calling me with fragrance flowers orders. During the month of January, she sold over 40 fragrance flowers. So I had to ask her, I said, what are you doing? How did you do this? Like, I don't know. I know I broke it down for her and told her to tell people that they were $22 each so they could save on the shipping. This is what she said. In her phone, she went through her contacts alphabetically, and she called them. She called the people starting from the letter A and told them how much the fragrance flowers cost. I can't remember what she said exactly, but she asked them to make a purchase. And some of them, she just said, if you just send me $22, I got a surprise for you. That let you know people trusted her. If you got that kind of relationship with people, people trust her. Send me $22. I got a surprise for you. That's what she was telling people. And then she would tell someone it was fragrance flower. And she did the same thing. She got people on the phone with me just so I could explain some things to them so they could know what they were getting to help her. It's pretty amazing. She sold over 40 fragrance flowers picking up the phone. I'm so proud of her. She promoted to certified. Every Sunday, I can rely on her messaging me, telling me she got fragrance flowers orders. Now, because of her inability to do things with her hand, I have to help her with her orders. It's a little bit more work for me, but I'm okay with that because she's trying. Not only is she trying, she's doing it. She's doing the work. She's put in the work. I'm never going to complain about that. Bring it on, girlfriend. Bring it on every week, every Sunday. That's her goal, to get more. She said, am I there yet? How many more I need? And that's something else, guys. With all of my brand new team members, this is something new that I'm doing. What I'm doing, I'm challenging all of my new team members to sell 28 fragrance flowers, because 28 fragrance flowers will take them to $500. $500 a shooting star. That's their first goal. It's simple. It's affordable. People love them. And I'm giving them verbiage so they can know what to say. Thank God for Chat GPT, guys. If you don't have Chat GPT, go get your Chat GPT and download it. It's free. My team members and I, we come up, and this is something else we got going. My team and I, we have all partnered. We have a fragrance flower challenge every month. All of us, we pitch in and we do it. We pitch in with verbiage. We pitch in with posts. We give ideas about how to share the fragrance flower by taking selfies, going live with the fragrance flower, showing how you can color it, showing how you can book parties with it. My grandbaby lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I live in Alabama. So I am going to send her a fragrance flower. She's 6 years old. And we are going to do a fragrance flower party via FaceTime. FaceTime. We're going to do it. She's going to color. I'm going to color. So I'm telling people how they can get engaged with these fragrance flowers. Last month, I recruited 13 new team members. 7 of them joined because of the fragrance flower, because I show them all the time. They're in my stories. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. I put them on TikTok. I put them on YouTube. I'm consistent with it. So people were seeing them in my stories all the time. So people would click and say, how can I buy this? This was last month when we had the $20 joint special. I told people, look, you can buy the flower for $18 or you can become a consultant for $20 and you will still get the flower. That's how they join. We don't have the $20 join special going on right now, but that's okay. This month, I've got 2 people who signed up. I got a third one that's going to sign up today. It's because of the fragrance flowers. I met one of them. I met 2 of, well, actually, yeah, I met really 3 of them at my event. One of them signed up today. And the reason why she signed up is because I talked about the simplicity of that fragrance flower. People want simple. People don't want complexity. I know with me, that's how I am. If you give it to me in the simplest form, I'm going to do it. Because if they feel overwhelmed, because we got so much that people can share, they get overwhelmed. They don't know. They get, first of all, when new consultants meet people who already have a warmer, and we know it's not Scentsy, they don't know how to explain the difference because they're new. So instead of running into that, I'd rather that they share the fragrance file because they're not going to run into somebody saying, I got that. It's simple. They don't have to be competing with anything. Now, once they reach certified, then we'll start implementing everything else. But until they get to certified and get comfortable sharing this fragrance flower, then we'll shift. We'll go to something else. One thing at a time. Simplicity at its finest. So what I started doing, you know, long time ago, when Scentsy first came out with the fragrance flowers, I mean, I would just display them in the box only. That's it. I didn't have it out. That's why I wasn't selling it. People buy what they see. They buy what they see. Whether it's on Facebook, in person, they buy what they see. I started showing it. So once I started showing it, they started buying it. So now I even take a display off of my counter and take it with me to the event so people can smell it. Now, only thing about that, they want the one that they smell like, and it's usually Amazon Rain that I have people to smell. And they're like, I want that one. I want the one that I'm smelling. I said, oh my goodness, all of them smell good. So even when I let them smell the bars, they're like, I still want that one right there. So you can tell that Amazon Rain is my personal favorite. And people tend to buy that more because that's what I display. I promise you, if I display aloe water and cucumber, if I display blue guava, they buy that too. They buy what they smell. And people buy based on what you recommend. So when I start telling people, I don't know of a bad smelling flower. All of them smell good to me. And that's true, guys. I'm telling the honest truth. I have not smelled a bad flower. So not only are they buying based on what they see from me, not only are they buying based on what they smell, they buy based on what I recommend because I use it. Not only do I use them, I gift them. So back in December, when my school class had a function, this is what I did. This is how I packaged this. I got this idea from Wendy. Took this wine bottle bag, and I placed all of these on a table. And each table, we placed dots on it. I had my family to place dots underneath the chairs. So whoever had a dot underneath the chair received this as a gift. That was my gift. So there were at least 7 tables. So I donated 7 or 8, something like that. I donated them. So that was December. I got to find out who got them because I need to be following up with them because by now it's time for them to buy one. My goal is to get as many of these in as people's hands as possible. So I gift these all the time. Okay. Let me go on some other things. So I got another team member who just promoted. She's a hairstylist. And what I do, depending on where they are, like let's say that they're $500 away from their goal, I'll tell them how many fragrance files they need to sell to get that goal, to reach that goal. So they go out there on Facebook and say, I need this many fragrance flowers sold. And they just start marking X's on the flowers so people can know how many they need to help them to reach that goal. I have a guy who just joined recently. Actually, I had a total of, let me see. I had a total of 4 or 5 guys joined last month. But one of my guys, he's only about $600 away from promoting to certified. And he's sharing his fragrance flower journey. I just talked to him today. I said, you're 40 fragrance flowers away from your goal. He's on it. He's on it. He's going live. He's sharing it. He is straight up on it. Let's see. I also have 2 fundraisers. I have 2 virtual fundraisers because of the fragrance flowers. So on the virtual fragrance flowers, I find out from the people who I'm raising money for, I asked them how much do they need. One of the ladies I think she need $2,000. So I took $2,000 and I divided it by the cost of the fragrance flower. So I'm telling them, this is how many fragrance flowers we need to sell to help them reach their goal. Well, one of them has $800 and some in orders on one of them. And the other one didn't have anything yet because I just opened it up like a couple of days ago. So I got that. Let's see what else. I'm trying to look here. I also bring my family to it. You know, I mentioned my grandbaby. So let me tell you what happened yesterday. So I had these packaged up because I knew people would be looking for some last minute Valentine gifts. My husband sells cars. So he asked me to give him some of these to take to work. So I packaged up 17 of these flowers. I also packaged 10 of these for him, the mini fan diffuse in the pot. I gave him my QR code to my Venmo and my Cash App. I sent that to him. And I wear a little thing in my ear. And I was working my event yesterday. It was like music to my ears. I kept hearing ching, 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 because people were buying those fragrance flowers. He didn't know anything about this stuff. He said, send me a picture of how you color it. So after I sent him the QR codes to the Venmo and the Cash App, he was sending the payments. The customers were sending the payments. Ching, ching, it's coming to my ear. Ching, 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 ching. I'm like, oh my goodness, he is selling the darndest out of these fragrance flowers, right? So when he came home, he brought home 7 fragrance flowers. He sold 10. He also sold 7 of these. Simplicity at its finest. I told him this. I said, I tell you what, the fragrance flowers are $18 plus tax. That's $18.90. I said, just, get $20 from them. It's only 10 cents difference. Get $20. They're going to pull out $20 like that. $20. They bump, $20. Okay. Then with the car kit, I had a deal because I got these when they were on closeout. So I had a deal on these. So I said, just tell them $17. Boom, 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 boom. $17. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I like to buy things when they're on clearance. I like to buy things on the flash sales, and I like to use my host rewards so I can do deals. My goal with this is that if people buy this, they're going to have to get the refills. And every time I work events, they almost like panic. When people buy the fragrance flower and the pod, they panic like, well, where am I going to get the refills? Me, right here. Your girlfriend right here. That's where you're going to get them from. Don't you just want to hear that? Because they can't run to the store in a pinch. The goal is to get people to buy things that they don't have already. The goal is to get people to buy things that they cannot buy from the store. That's the reason why you want to focus on this. For those of you who struggle with getting active, once you get that out there, you're not going to have any more problems. And then those people who buy them, they're going to need more. They're going to need more because once they use it the first time, they're going to want more and more and more and more. It's some kind of little addiction. So if you guys just try this, and if you do it, you're going to be so successful with it. But like anything else, it's new. You got to get it out there. You got to get people seeing you with it. You need to go live. You need to do selfies. You need to show how you color them. You need to show the variation of them. You need to show the different ones with the colored oil in it, the clear oil, the color flowers. You got to do all other things to get people's attention. Those challenges, guys, work. They totally work. And share those success stories. That's what I do often. I share stories all the time. So I have lots of new team members who's taking advantage of what we have to present. It's out there, guys. This is easy. It is easy. But again, it's not going to work until we work. You got to do it consistently. You got to do it daily. You can't, it's not a one and done. It's not a post and pray. It's not that. You got to be diligent with this. But it's something that people, once they grab the concept, they will do it. One of my new team members love to make baskets and create baskets. So she joined because of the fragrance fire, because she loved making baskets. And something else I've started to do, even me, when it's time for me to go take my vehicle to be serviced, every time I go in that place, this last time I took 10 with me. I just wanted to test the waters to see what would happen. I carried 10 fragrance flowers in there. As soon as I went to the service department, I told the guy, I said, look, give me $20. I'll make your whole area smell good right here, right here. Gave me $20, boom. Not only did I give it to him, I set it up for him. Move to the next person. I want to make your area smell good. Boom, $20. Here we go. There it is. So then I went to the person who sold me the cars. Excuse me. The person who sold me the car. When I first saw what he had on his desk, he had like some kind of air wick thing on his desk. It was so unattractive. I said, let me make your desk look cute and smell good at the same time. I just so happen to have a fragrance flower. So I got him started with the fragrance flower maybe like 3 years ago. So whenever it's time for me to get my car serviced, I always be prepared to set him up with a new one every time because I know he needs a new one. So whenever he gets one, he go tell everybody else about it. So get the word out there, guys. Show people how amazing they are and ask people to help you get the word out. This is going to be a game changer, guys. So we have a total movement. We have a fragrance flower movement going on. My team and I, we do. And it has really moved people in every way. It's helped them to get the PRB up. It's helped people to get parties booked. It's helped with getting new team members. We recruited 80-something people last month. My team. We brought in 80-something new team members. So we're looking to try to keep this going and going and going. We started the challenge in December, but this is going to be ongoing. We're not going to stop it now. No, we're not going to stop it. I get so excited about this, guys. I guess you could tell. I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, I wonder why I didn't think of this long time ago. I wonder why I didn't come up with this fragrance flower movement long time ago. She said, because you're always doing stuff. That's why. Stop beating yourself up. She said, stop beating yourself up. You're always doing something. She's right about that. I'm always doing something. She said, I'll wear a day out. So, and then Wendy is somebody that has been doing these things for quite some time, and she's been very successful with them. And she shared with me that she get anywhere between $500 to $700, $800 every month in PRV just by presenting these fragrance flowers on a consistent basis. We're sitting on a gold mine, guys. We didn't even know it. When I work events, I have a flyer with me showing people that they can color the flower and how it looks once it changes colors. It's all about the show and tell. It's all about the sharing. So how are you sharing it? How often are you sharing it? How many people are you sharing it with? So I've heard people say, well, I've shared it, but nobody's buying it. But you got to get outside that little circle that you're in. You're in that little box. You got to get outside that box. I work a lot of events. And when I go out, I always run into people saying to me, I don't have a consultant, or my consultant quit. I don't know where they are. I haven't heard from anybody. I hear this all the time. So as long as there are people out there, there's opportunity. And people are everywhere. Everywhere I go. People are in the store. They're at the doctor's office. They're at the school. When you walk outside your community, they are there. We just got to go find them. You just got to go out there, guys. You just got to go. They are out there. I travel. And when I travel, I'm prepared to share. So are you prepared to share? One of my friends, and I love this, one of my friends came up with this. So when I work events, I say, let's be friends. And I add people to my VIP group so that they can see all these flowers that I'm sharing. So they can buy them. They can want to host a party and they may want to join. So do all the things, guys. You got to get out of your own way. If it's not working for you, it's time to pivot. Go to something else. Do something else. I like to use my voice. I don't know about you guys. I use my voice a lot because my excitement is contagious. When you're excited about something, people can tell. And when I work events, people can tell, okay, girlfriend, what do you think? Come on over here. What do you think about this stuff? Getting really excited about it. So when you do that, even when you go live, or if you use voice messenger in your Facebook messenger and tell people about how amazing these fragrance flowers are and they hear you, It makes a big difference, guys. I mean, my PRV range from $5,000 to $15,000 a month, guys, because I'm doing all the things. I work events. I do parties. I'm on all platforms. I don't limit myself. I've seen consultants say, well, where do I post? Do I just post in my VIP? No, no, and no. You post everywhere. Don't limit yourself, because in my VIP group, I have maybe 1,700 people over there. I'm limiting myself if I stay over there. No, I have over 11,000 followers on my Facebook page. No, there's no limitation for us. The sky is the limit. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to hear the word no. And this is something I'm going to say in closing, guys. One of my new team members, again, Sandra, she's so sweet. She said when she get on the phone and call people, if they say no, she'll say, okay, honey bunny. Okay, honey bunny. She's just going around to the next person, okay? So the next time somebody say no to you, okay, honey bunny. Okay, honey bunny, I'll call you back the next time. Okay, guys, take care. Happy Saturday. Love you guys. Let's go out here and share these fragrance files, guys.